All right, well, I am back working on this thing, and because it's freezing cold and dark outside, I went ahead and taped off the outline of what the island is out there, so I can build the frame on top. So this black and this tape outline are kind of, or it's exactly the island dimensions. So I'm going to go ahead and build up my dirt box and then the nest on the inside. Then I can just take it out in pieces and screw it down. This white stuff is fiberglass reinforced plastic FRP panels. It was, I think, $30 for a 4x8 sheet. So I got 2 of them. It's really, really strong stuff. You know, I was gonna go with plywood, but I just worried about, you know, the plywood's really expensive and it might break down longer than or before the service life of this thing. So these things will last forever, and they're really strong. I mean, this is stronger than sheet metal. It's really thick, so it'll easily hold the wood up with the framing underneath. So I was pretty happy to find that. So I already have the wood cut out for the outline of the box. So I'll put that out. I'm not going to screw it together yet because it'll be too flimsy to take out there. And then I'll start working on the nesting area, which is going to be in the middle, which is going to be a separate cell so it doesn't get water in it, because the outside cells are all going to get water in them. And you'll kind of see how, I'll show you the experiment I had that kind of showed how that's going to work. And that's it. Let's get to it. One of my biggest complaints about the current floating dike island is that in the middle of summer, the grass and the plants on top of it all die. So I've done a little bit of reading, a little bit of research, and this is what I've come up with. So this is called wicking. And what I've done here is, in both of these cups, there's about 1 inch of gravel in them and the rest is soil. And the water is down, it's probably 1 inch off the ground here. So the water is a little bit higher than the soil is. It's past the gravel. And this soil is soaked right here. It's actually probably even too wet. Once I mix it with clay, like I'll do a 50-50 clay topsoil, then it'll probably be a good moisture. But anyway, I cut a hole in the bottom here so water can seep up. So it goes up through the gravel and then it hits the bottom of the soil. And then using a capillary action, the rest of the soil actually absorbs that water. So this is going to keep the soil moist all year round. Should hopefully keep the island green, and any plants on it will stay alive. Makes great cover for ducks. Well, it's a very rainy day. It's kind of stopped raining here though, so I'm gonna hope for a break in the rain and run this down. I need to get this out of here because I have another project showing up in a couple days. And I think it's far enough along where I can get it down there and screw it all down. And I think the only last thing will be to get gravel and dirt here. So I got holes drilled in the panels here, just enough so water seeps through. And I got this box built. This is out of 2x8. So the goal here is that it'll have more gravel in it, and then the dirt on top won't soak up water because the dirt will be above the water line. And then the nesting boxes are going to sit on top in a row like this. And you know, that one will be open, this side will be closed, and then this side will be open. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the ATV and try to drive it all down there and screw it down before I get soaked with water. I don't know, what do you think? I think it's gonna fall off, we'll see. It's pretty rickety. We'll go slow. All right, well, we made it down here, didn't lose anything. The island is still floating. Looks good. The water's a little bit high right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up the dam. All right, water coming down. Might be a little bit too loud to hear me here. All right, it is really slippery out here, so I gotta be careful. Well, I think I'm getting rained out here. It's pretty rainy, it's getting cold. Dog's getting wet. It's cold and it's getting dark. So we still got the skirt on, or the outside box on. As you can see, I still need to put a couple more blocks in, but the white stuff's sticking out. So I'm gonna have to go and cut it back and then screw those last few blocks in. But the whole thing's secured on there. It's not gonna fall off. And then inside we got the nesting box. Those are the last 4 blocks I got to screw in. And it did drop probably, I don't know, an inch from that wood on. So that's a good sign. It's got a lot more. It needs to drop about another, I'd say 2 feet. So there's gonna be a fair amount of gravel and dirt on here. And like I said, ideally we want the water level to about a little bit above here. And then there's gonna be a 2x4 skirt that goes all the way around that I'll cut. And that'll allow the ducklings to get back on. Ducks will have no problem, but ducklings need a little help. And I didn't have anywhere to tie it, so hopefully that screw holds. We'll see. Otherwise I might wake up and it'll be out there somewhere. It was a nice sunny day today, all day, and then as soon as I got out here to work on this duck island, it started raining again. So it's gonna be fun taking gravel to this thing across this wet deck. Guess we'll give it a shot here and make sure I don't fall in. All right, I'm just gonna use my Sawzall here to trim down these overlapping. Hopefully this works. This actually works way better than I thought it would. I only need 2 inches of gravel. About. Okay, got another load in. Go ahead and whoa, smooth this out. I think I'm done with gravel. All right, well, we got the gravel in. It wasn't as bad as I was thinking. Kind of time consuming, but it's in, it's mostly level. So as I was saying, that box on top, the gravel level is above the skirt level here. So as long as the water level is below this, there's not going to be any, the dirt that's on top here won't be getting wet, which we don't want for a duck nest. The rest of this though, the dirt's going to be kind of moist all the time. Should grow grass well year round. I'm going to look around, see if I can get some kind of plant that I can plant in here. The dirt's going to kind of slope up. It's going to be kind of a big hill. So when you get around what I was thinking is kind of a tall plant around where the nests are to kind of help shade them and to just hide them from view, because ducks do like to be hidden when they're nesting. So really all I got to do now then is just get the soil in, and then I'm going to measure the actual length of each of these and the angle. So I'm going to build a 2x4 skirt that's going to go around, and I just want everything to line up nice. So I'm going to measure that real quick, and then I'll cut those later, and then I'll bring them down and screw them in. Okay, well, off camera I went and cut all the skirting for this thing, and I made a couple mistakes, but you know what, it's good enough. It's going to swell and shrink anyways with the water. Basically right there, I'll zoom in here. It's a little, it's not straight, you know, but, and then it meets up over in that corner's messed up, but whatever. I think we're good to go for dirt here. So I'm gonna start loading some dirt in. I'm gonna find somewhere back here to use as a borrow area for it. I'll get some dirt, and then I'll just lay some sod across. I'm kind of hoping for a mound so it looks more like an island, but I gotta just pile enough on to get it the water level so it's at that skirt level. So anyways, looking okay now, right now. It still looks weird, but it's a big floating garden box, right? That's what we're going for. So anyway, here we go. Okay, I got my first load of dirt over here. There's some in the wheelbarrow there too. So this is all, I'll show you where I got this from. This is, there's a big flat area over here where I'm eventually gonna tear down this cabin and build another cabin over here, a little bit further from the water. So I'm gonna have to remove all the topsoil here anyway for that, so I'm just scraping it off here. There should be plenty here. So I'll just go along and scrape, remove all this and kind of level it out, get 2 jobs done at once. So this is all, you know, untouched forest floor. There's no roots here, obviously, because there's no old trees here. But it's, you know, high clay. It's probably fairly acidic soil. So it might grow grass, but not too much else. I guess we'll find out. So anyway, time to start shoveling. I started putting a lot of dirt on that side, and it was actually below the surface, which is fine. And then I added more here, and it leveled out a little bit, but I also clearly need to add quite a bit more dirt. I put the nesting boxes on. I actually was walking around this side, and it was pretty steady, which is a good sign, which was kind of what I was planning on. So I'm gonna get a couple more loads of dirt from the tractor, keep loading it up, but so far it's behaving, or it's performing as planned. I guess I would put it that way. Still doesn't look like much, but it's getting there. All right, well, it's so much more stable as I was hoping. So I'm gonna kind of spread this out a little bit and then bring another load over. I still have to get a backing for the actual nesting boxes here, but okay, I'm gonna leave it here for the day. It's supposed to rain a bunch the next few days, so it'll kind of level out a little bit. And then I'm gonna add some more dirt and then sod. I need to fill in the backs of the nesting islands, and then kind of cover the whole thing. Okay, it is New Year's Day here. I've done a little bit more work off camera. I put the backs on the nesting boxes, so this is just the one middle box that's facing us. And then I threw some straw on there, and then I've started cutting out sod and putting it around. I found that the sod weighs more than I was thinking, so I'm taking some dirt out as I put the sod in, because it's getting a little low in spots, especially that other side over there. So I'm gonna fill this side in right now, and then hopefully I'm doing the outside first, and then I'll kind of do the inside. So anyway, we're almost done here.
Okay, well I found got a couple ferns here. So I'm gonna plant these just to get some different plants going. Let's see here, I'll probably grab a couple more. I only have 4 right now. They should be okay, except for my dog was trying to bite them. Got some more ferns here. Some big ones, some small ones. I think these are a different variety. There was just a big patch of them, so I'll just lay that on there, see what works. It's obviously January, so they're gonna be dormant. So anyway, let's get these on. All right, last one. And that's gonna do it. Looks pretty good. We'll I'll tow it out tomorrow and we'll take that one out, and we'll see how it holds up over time here. It's been sitting out here for a few weeks without any problems, so the barrels haven't sunk. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. The thing that's gonna look bad is gonna be the top of the boxes. I mean, there is dirt in between and then there's grass on top, but once it gets hot, that grass is gonna die probably. So I'm hoping kind of the ferns cover it up. But yeah, I like it.